doing so well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are well. If you are new here, karibu sana, subscribe. Let us grow, let us learn. I would like to give a reason why I'm doing this. It's for us to grow psychologically and for us to grow socially. So if you are here and you feel like psychologically you are down, whatever I did in the previous videos, I did it because of our psychological understanding, just the basics, okay? So today I want us to discuss matters depression. I want us to go a bit detailed in matters depression. We see about depression, we discuss depression, and then we learn something about depression, something we can relate to. So welcome. Today it is depression. I won't take a break. Let me go direct to depression. So depression, if I can define it in very simple terms, it is a distress that lasts for more than 2 weeks. A stress that lasts for more than 2 weeks. Kama uko na stress inakusumbua na imekuwa ikikusumbua for more than 2 weeks, chunga sana, inaweza kuwa ni depression inaanza kuingia pole pole. And you know the dangers of depression, it won't come like once kama headache. It grows pole pole, inaingia pole pole, and then you can mistake it with so many things. You can mistake it with laziness, you can mistake it with moody, you can mistake it with moods, you can also mistake it with pride. So in a grow pole pole. So if you have a distress that has lasted for 2 weeks or more, that can result into depression. That is what we call depression. Okay, so there are symptoms of depression. That is what I have defined depression in simplest terms I can. Then symptoms of depression, number 1 is poor eating habits. Unaanza kukula chakula mingi au uko unakula au unashindwa kukula kama ulikuwa unakula. Poor eating habits, we understand how you eat, lakini sasa unaanza kukua na poor eating habits. Fatigue, unasikia kuchoka kama hujafanya kitu. Hopelessness and helplessness, this one is gross pole pole. Ndio unaanza kusikia life imenichokesha, sasa nitajisaidiaje? Siwezi jisaidia. Helplessness, difficulty in concentration, you can't concentrate on something. Ukitaka tu kuconcentrate unasikia tu kitu inakudistract, you can't concentrate. Okay, then there's difficulty in remembering small things. Umeshika kitabu kama mimi hivi venye nimeshika, and I'm here looking all over kwa natafuta kitabu but nimeshika tu na mkono. Then loss of interest in things you loved doing. Yes, maybe you loved playing video games, unasikia hizi nazo zimenibu na ni kitu ulikuwa unapenda. Maybe you loved reading, maybe you loved traveling, unaanza kusikia umeboeka nayo haraka. Then insomnia, that is a sleep disorder, haulali vizuri, maybe unashinda kulala or unakosa usingizi, insomnia. Then aches and pains, unaweza kuanza kusikia mauchungu, sijui huku hapa, na ni uchungu yenye huwezi eleza. Huku unasikia my joints are not okay, na ni uchungu huwezi elewa, si ndio? Then suicidal thoughts, unaanza kufikiria kujinyonga. Then irritability and restlessness, everything irritates you, everything. Ukisikia ni kuenda kazi you feel irritated, ukisikia ni saa ya kukula you feel irritated, everything irritates you. And then finally withdrawal from people, hutaki kukaa na watu, unataka kukaa peke yako. Unasikia tu your own company is so nice, na ulikuwa umezoea kukaa na watu kusocialize nini, unasikia sasa hutaki watu. Okay, those are signs and the symptoms. So depression, as I said, it starts gradually and it can be mistaken. It can be mistaken because these, okay, saa zile mtu akona depression na ame withdraw from people, unaweza fikiria this is somebody who is moody. Okay, yes, this is somebody who is moody. Then it can be severe if not well checked into. It can be severe to require hospitalization. Si tumeona watu wakipelekwa Mathare, and where in our hospitals kuna hiyo department ya mental health. By the way, in our hospitals kuna hizo departments za mental health, mentally challenged people. Yes, and even in our counties we see those hospitals. Hawa ni watu wenye walianza kama sisi, they were normal people, then your depression ikawapeleka huko, and then they are just like that. And the one thing I want to tell you people, depression haina treatment. I said this I don't know if it is in the first video or something. Depression haina tiba. Please take care of your mental health. Take care of your mental health. Pale ukienda hata kama ni pale Madhani, what I saw people being done, I was very shocked. Wanapigwa shock kichwa. I'm not going to scare you, but it is not treatable. Let us go on. What causes depression? I can say there is a combination of factors. We are going to see that. Number one, it's genetic. Genetic inamaanisha nini? It's genetic, it's from the genes, okay? So people with a history of depression are triggered by watu wenye washaikuwa na depression, itawa trigger. These things are going to trigger them. Loss of a loved one, anaweza rudi into the state of depression. It triggers the depression. End of an intimate relationship, that one is self-explanatory. Rejection of loved ones, watu wenyu wanakureject, loved ones wako wanakureject. Loss of jobs and income, akipoteza kazi, it triggers the disease now to get. And then depression is a disease. It's not just a mental disorder, it's a disease. Then learned helplessness, huyu mtu alilearn kuwa helpless. If he becomes helpless in any situation, it triggers depression. Then distance from relations. Then traumatic experiences. Traumatic experiences inaweza kuwa kama post-election violence or any violent environment, okay? It triggers depression to these people. Then let us see the types of depression. Number one, there's a type of depression called major depression. Major depression just happens. Hiyo ina happen too. Without those causes I have said, ina happen too. Then we see another type called chronic depression. It lasts for more than a year. It is very mistaken for normal life. Chronic depression, sasa mtu ameanza na hizo signs, halali, hakuli, anaanza kuambia mimi nasikia kujinyonga, and you are there for a whole year. Huyu mtu hamjawahi ongea naye, ama mnaona ameandika kwa status, I feel like I want to die, but you are just there, hata you are not talking to them. For more than a year, this person have been posting things that are suspicious. That person akona chronic depression, okay? Yes. And then there's another we call bipolar depression. Depression expressed in two-dimensional poles. Saa zile mtu akona furaha anaongea sana, na saa zile akona huzuni ananyamaza sana. We call it bipolar depression. Then depressive psychosis manifests itself in madness characterized by hallucinations. That is pia a form of depression. Wenda wazimu na pia kuhallucinate. Mnajua kuhallucinate? Yes, hallucination. It can be in form of delusions. People with psychosis has a problem in sitting. They cannot sit down. These people hata ukishinda ukimwambia kaa chini hawezi kaa. Yani hallucinations, ndio? Ya anasema anaona vitu nini and they talk all sorts of mitumba and what. Unaanza kusikia mtu anaanza kuuza mitu. They do not sit down. Then there is perinatal depression. This is when pregnant or after giving birth. This one is self-explanatory. No, it's not self-explanatory. When you are pregnant, you have that depression of sasa hii mambo nasikianga ya pregnancy nini, and then after giving birth the reality comes, you have the baby, and then yes, it can depress you because maybe ulikuwa umezoea maisha yako peke yako. Then there is another kamtu here kanakulilia usiku yote, akata ikunyonya nini, yeah. Then there is a premenstrual dysphoric disorder. It is called premenstrual, before menses, yes. Then there is seasonal depression. Seasonal depression ni ile wakati wa mahindi ikitoa vichwa kuna mtu anagorokanga. I know so many people know that. Then there is atypical depression. This is the type of depression that goes away without medication. Yes. Let us now see the treatment techniques. As I told you, kuna hiyo shock therapy. Shock therapy ni hiyo mtu anapigwa shock kwa kichwa. I saw it in Madari and I was shocked. And then that can result in death or permanent madness. Yes. Then there's surgery. Mtu anaweza fanywa upasuaji, and then that part of the brain that is depressed is removed. And then there's the drugs that people take daily for depression. They take to kusahaulisha hiyo stress. Kuna dawa. let me see. Mental habits for people with depression. This is what people with depression do. Number one, blaming yourself when things go wrong. Mimi hata sijui nakuangaje. Yani hata siwezi hata saidia mtu hata nini. Okay, when things go wrong you start blaming yourself. Unaanza kusema yani kama singefanya hivi haingekuwa hivi. Kitu inakusumbua. You see? Ati kama ningekuwa hapo mamangu angekufa, kama ningekuwa hapo huyo mtoto hangepotea. Depression. Haya. Then these people, they focus on the dark side of events. They never see anything good. If an event happened, huwa wanaona wanaona the dark side. Okay, if you lost some very huge amount of money, wanasema mimi kama wanaona the dark side. Wanaona unaweza invest upate zingine. Wanaona tu mimi kazi yangu ni kulose, mimi I have lost a generation. They start focusing, nimepoteza mpaka pesa za watoto wangu wa school fees nini. They start blaming themselves and focusing on the dark side of a situation. Then jumping to pessimistic conclusions. They are not optimistic, pessimistic. Wanaanza kusema nilikuwa najua tu hata hii marriage haiwezi enda pale. Nilikuwa najua tu hata hii biashara yangu haita succeed. Nilikuwa najua tu hata sitapita. Pessimistic conclusion. Then they have pessimistic conclusions. These people, they jump to pessimistic conclusion with no good reason. Then there's a practical way of dealing with depression. If you are depressed or somebody else is depressed, somebody you know, if you can relate with whatever I have said, there is one self-awareness. Unaanza kujiambia kumwambia hii ni depression inakusumbua. Self-awareness. Unaanza kujijulisha. Then number 2, be informed about medication. Enda uliza kuhusu dawa, ambia huyo mtu ama ujiulizie. Yes. Then be a part of support groups. Look after your body and your physical health. Just jichunge. By the way, depression haina dawa. You people, depression haina dawa. Have physical activities that bring back your energy. Have creative hobbies. Share with a confidant. Talk. Those are the practical ways to deal with depression. Be informed. Ukuwe na support groups. You can go and angalia videos about depression. Self-awareness. Jua these things. Share with a confidant. Haya. Now, how do we deal with this depression in case of death? Kwa sababu mostly depression inaletwa na death. Go back to your normal routine as soon as possible. Number 2, don't make major changes in your life, like uanze kuhama, sijui uanze kubadilisha job, uanze nini. Okay, don't make major changes. Work with someone who have been where you are. Okay, somebody who knows what you are going through. They really don't feel it, but they know what you are going through because they went the same route. Occasionally take yourself out in case of death. Learn to talk to God honestly. Okay, you start the inner healing and the inner beauty starts showing off. So I think with that I can call it a wrap. I can call it a wrap. And there are those people, there are those qualities of that person who have depression. They are moody, they are dull, resentful, noisy, temperamental. They see everything like it's a sin. They have fear, they have worry. We have to get back to our serenity. So that's simply about depression. If you know of a person and you know depression, huwa inakuwa mwenda wazimu. First of all, unakuwa mwenda wazimu. If you become mwenda wazimu, that's a permanent head damage. Hakuna venye unaweza rudia your normal life after being wazimu. Utakufa tukiwa wazimu. There's no need guys for you to die a madman. Okay? Depression at early stages is treatable. And ukijua tu mapema utapona, but take care of your physical and mental health, because as I said, huwa unaanza hapa, si ndio? Unaenda usipochunga unarudi hapa, then again medication. So that's a wrap for depression. Next we are going to see blame, and we are going to see about that. So have a nice day. I love you all in every chance you have in this life. try your best and make the world a better place. Be kind and subscribe to this channel. Bye.